everyone, and a very warm welcome back to the Easy English channel. This is the place where we truly believe learning English should feel not just easy, but also completely natural, and most importantly, fun. I'm Olivia, your guide for today's lively chat.
And hello, Olivia. It's fantastic to be back with you and with all our wonderful listeners out there. Hi, everyone. I'm Steve, and I'm genuinely happy and excited to be here today, ready for some great conversation.
I'm always happy to see you too, Steve. It's great to connect. So let's start with a quick check-in. How are you feeling this morning? Are you tired at all, or are you full of energy today?
Tired? Not at all, Olivia. I'm actually feeling absolutely fantastic, full of pep. I woke up with a lot of energy. I had a really big, hearty breakfast this morning, the kind that keeps you going, and then an even bigger cup of coffee to really kickstart my day. That caffeine hit always does the trick.
Coffee truly is the best, isn't it? It's like a warm hug in a mug. I totally understand that feeling. I have mine right here too, in my favorite blue cup. It's become a little ritual for me every morning.
Oh, that's a truly lovely cup, Olivia. I can see why it's your favorite. That shade of blue is just so calming and serene, isn't it? It just gives off such a peaceful vibe. A perfect start to the day, really.
Thank you. I think so too. It definitely helps set a relaxed tone. So speaking of wonderful starts, tell me, how was your morning leading up to our chat today? Did anything interesting happen?
It was just wonderful, actually. A really refreshing start to the day. I decided to go for a nice long walk in the park. The sun was shining brightly, casting a beautiful golden glow, and the birds were singing their hearts out. It was just incredibly peaceful and utterly beautiful. It felt like a perfect spring morning, Really invigorating.
That sounds absolutely amazing, Steve. I really do love mornings like that, when everything just feels right and you can truly appreciate nature. Before we dive deeper into our conversation, though, let's make sure we say a quick hello and a heartfelt thank you to all our amazing listeners.
Of course, absolutely. To all of you tuning in, thank you so much for listening and for joining us today. We genuinely love having you with us on the Easy English channel, and your support means the world to us.
And if you're enjoying our natural, friendly conversations like this one, which are designed to help you hear English in a relaxed setting, please take a moment right now to click that like button. It really helps us know you're enjoying our content. And don't forget to subscribe to the Easy English channel so you never miss an episode. It really does help our channel grow and reach more learners just like you.
That's right. And another fantastic way to support us and enhance your own learning journey is to share this episode with a friend, a classmate, or anyone you know who's also learning English. Learning is always so much better and more effective when you do it together, when you can discuss and practice with someone else.
Such great advice. Community and sharing are key in language learning. So, Steve, today we're just chatting, right? We're keeping it casual, no big formal lesson, but rather focusing on real-life English in action. Is that the plan?
Exactly, Olivia. Just a genuine, unscripted conversation, like two friends catching up. It's a wonderful way for our listeners to hear natural English with all its nuances and flow. I think it's so much more beneficial than just reading from a textbook.
I completely agree. And I, for one, am really looking forward to hearing your stories today, Steve. You always have the most interesting and often incredibly funny anecdotes from your life. I'm excited to hear what you've been up to.
Well, work has been exceptionally busy lately, Olivia. It feels like a nonstop whirlwind of tasks and projects. And because of that, my desk at home has become a total, absolute mess. I mean, papers are literally piled everywhere. Teetering towers of documents, coffee mugs, pens. It's almost impossible to find anything.
Oh no, Steve. That sounds like a true battle zone. You really need to set aside some time and tackle that desk. A clear workspace often leads to a clear mind, right? Or at least that's what they say.
I know, you are absolutely right. It's on my to-do list, I promise. But listen to this. This is where it gets interesting. Yesterday, in the midst of all that chaos, I lost my absolute favorite pen. You know, the one that writes perfectly? I searched high and low, literally everywhere on that mountain of papers. I lifted every single document, looked under my keyboard and my drawers, checked my bag. No pen anywhere.
Oh, that's the worst feeling, losing that one perfect pen. You get so attached to them. So what happened? Did you ever find it?
Well, I finally gave up, completely frustrated. Then it was lunchtime, so I opened up my sandwich, you know, the one I'd carefully wrapped and put in a bag earlier, and believe it or not, the pen was right there, snuggled inside the sandwich bag. I must have absent-mindedly put it in there when I was packing my lunch in a rush.
No way. That is absolutely incredible. How on earth did it end up there? That's such an unexpected place for a pen.
Yes, way. I was just as surprised, believe me. And to make matters worse, as I was eating my sandwich, I could distinctly taste the ink. It was a very strange, slightly metallic, and definitely unforgettable lunch. Not a flavor combination I recommend.
Oh my goodness, Steve, that is absolutely hilarious. The image of you tasting ink in your sandwich is just priceless. What did your boss say when you were experiencing this rather unusual lunch situation?
Well, he walked by my desk and saw me looking utterly confused, trying to figure out what was wrong with my sandwich, you know, making strange faces. He paused and asked if everything was all right, if something was wrong with me. And I, without thinking, just blurted out that I was checking the bread. He just looked at me for a moment, clearly baffled, then slowly walked away, probably wondering if I'd lost my mind.
Oh, I love that. Checking the bread? That's a brilliant, quick excuse, even if it was totally nonsensical in the moment. That's a story you'll be telling for years. Now it's my turn for a little confession. I'm actually taking a cooking class right now, and last week, let's just say I made a rather significant mistake.
Oh, I love cooking mistakes, Olivia. They always make for the best stories, and they're usually much more entertaining than cooking successes. Do tell, what culinary disaster did you create?
Well, we were attempting to make a beautiful, decadent chocolate cake. The steps were pretty clear, but in my haste, I completely mixed up the sugar and the salt. And not just a little bit, Steve. I added 2 whole cups of salt instead of sugar. I mean, who does that?
Oh no, 2 cups of salt? That's a serious amount. I can only imagine the shock. What did it look like? Did you realize your mistake as you were mixing?
That's the thing. The cake looked absolutely perfect, you know, beautifully golden brown, rising perfectly, smelling like chocolate goodness. I was so proud. But when the teacher, with her perfectly professional poker face, tasted it, she paused, took another tiny bite, and then looked at me and asked, very politely, if it was meant to be a sea salt cake. Her eyes, though, told a different story. Now, everyone in the class calls me the Salt Queen. It's my new, slightly embarrassing nickname.
That's absolutely amazing, Olivia. The sea salt comment from the teacher is brilliant. And the Salt Queen is a badge of honor, truly. At least you'll definitely never ever forget that particular baking lesson. It's an experience that really sticks with you, right?
True. I think I've learned my lesson about always double-checking ingredients. I'll probably be measuring everything with extreme caution from now on. So enough about my kitchen woes. Let's shift gears a bit. How's your family doing? Anything interesting or funny stories from them?
Oh, my family is always full of surprises, you know. My sister recently got a parrot. and it's quite the character. It can talk, which is fun, but it's also incredibly rude, a bit of a troublemaker, actually. Just last week, it looked at her boyfriend dead in the eye and squawked, "Go away, you are ugly." My sister was mortified, but he found it hilariously shocking.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely terrible and equally hilarious. I can only imagine the boyfriend's face. Parrots definitely have a way of saying exactly what they hear, sometimes at the worst possible moment. What a little rascal.
Right? She loves it, but it's a constant source of unpredictable comments. And then there's my friend Tom, who is, predictably, still the same wonderful, quirky Tom. You know how he is, always a little bit out there. Last month, he actually wore a taco t-shirt to a very fancy upscale Italian restaurant. And then, without missing a beat, he asked the waiter for taco spaghetti. You could see the confusion on the waiter's face.
Oh, of course he did. That is so perfectly Tom. You know, he just marches to the beat of his own drum, and I genuinely admire that about him, even if it leads to some truly awkward restaurant experiences.
Exactly. He's one of a kind. And one more quick one. My friend Maria, who works at a very quiet traditional library, had a truly strange encounter last week. A man just casually walked right into the library, munching loudly on a big bag of popcorn, scattering crumbs everywhere, because he honestly thought it was a movie theater. He was so surprised when Maria told him to be quiet.
People are just so wonderfully, unbelievably strange sometimes, aren't they? It's like they're living in their own little movies. I can just imagine Maria's face trying to politely explain that a library is not, in fact, a cinema.
They really are. And these kinds of unexpected, often bizarre stories are what truly make life so much more interesting and, frankly, fun. They add a bit of spice to our daily routines.
They absolutely do, Steve. And it's always so nice to share these moments and just laugh together, isn't it? Laughter truly is a fantastic way to connect and brighten any day. And it's a great way to practice expressing